whole goal of an RDL is to load the hamstrings, and that's going to be the main muscle right here, hamstrings. Your glutes are going to come into play, and your lower back will come into play, but our goal is to make it work as little as possible. The more this has to work, the higher chance we're going to have lower back pain. And this is the most technical lift that you can do in burn boot camp. And alignment, like we just talked about, is everything, okay? So I'm going to have everybody go back to your wall. Everybody stand about, forgive me, 10 inches away from the wall. I guess it's a foot. Everybody get a little bit away from it, maybe a little bit more, guys. All right, so this is what we're going to do, guys. We're going to cue you guys up. From the bottom up like we always do. Now we're going to teach. Now this is one of the biggest problems that people have with RDLs is they don't know how to initiate an RDL. One, you need to know what you're working. You know, we're working the hamstrings. Our primary goal in RDL is to load the hamstring. About a foot away from the wall. Your feet are roughly hip width apart. Okay. Weight can be somewhat on the heels on this. That's going to give us a little bit more hands involved, right? You can kind of rock back on your heels. You feel a little bit right here. Fists. Before I get to my fists, my knees are not locked out. They are unlocked. Unlocked, that's it. I have no squat. Okay, because if I squat, I disengage my hamstring. Okay? I don't want to squat, I just want to unlock. Just chill. Okay? Now my hands are right on my thighs. Okay? Hands on my thighs. Everybody's doing this, guys. Everybody's doing this. Okay, so from the bottom up, hip width apart, my knees are unlocked, my hands are on my thighs. I'm gonna squeeze my lats, which is right here. I'm going to engage my upper body, right? Let's use our whole body here. So I'm going to squeeze my armpits with my biceps. I'm going to act like I'm like almost mad. Like I'm going to squeeze my body. You're going to feel this muscle right here start to engage, okay? That's more support in RDL, okay? Now, what we're going to do with our chin now, what we're going to do is we're going to pick up our chest first, I should say. Okay, so we're engaging, we're squeezing, chest is up, tuck your chin, and you're going to initiate this lift without squatting by pushing your hips backward. And as you push your hips back, you're going to feel your hands, your fists start to slide down your quads, okay? And if you can touch that wall, it could be you're too far, it could be you're too close. We're going to talk about range of motion in a second, but you want to try to touch that wall. If you can't touch it, scoot back and practice this. Okay, reset everybody. We're going to get a quick cue up. Hip width apart, weight on the heels, slight bend in the knees. Hands are on my thighs. I'm squeezing my lats. My chest is big. I'm tucking my chin, and I'm engaging the RDL by loading my hamstrings and pushing my hips back as I shake my legs with my fist. And I make contact with the wall, and then I come back up. Okay? Make contact with the wall, come back up, train, so you guys can watch. So you need to know how to initiate the lift, right? You need to know how to load the hamstrings. Okay? How you load the hamstrings is not squat. If you squat, you load these and not this. So that's why if there's any squat, in a stiff leg, we call it a stiff leg RDL, if there's any squat, a stiff leg RDL, you're disengaging the hamstring. Okay? And that's going to put tension on the lower back. So our goal is, again, to load. Now I want everybody to watch my hips. Now we're going to talk about the biggest thing. I'm going to focus on the two biggest things that go wrong in RDL. One is the knees travel forward, which means I'm squatting, right? You're going to notice I'm starting to squat. My knees are traveling forward. My knees should not move, okay? So this is something that you do not want to see. Trainers, if you see this, if you could hold your hands there. So we don't want to see the knees go forward. And the hands do not leave the body. If I have dumbbells in my hand, I'm shaving my legs, okay? I'm here, tight, my hips are going back. Notice how I'm shaving my legs, and then I'm coming back up, okay? These things never leave my body. As soon as I go from here to here, okay, bam, right here. They do not leave the body, we shave our legs, okay? So our knees don't move, we shave our legs, okay? So one more time, real quick, initiate the lift, shave the legs, initiate the lift by pushing the hips back. Again, cueing you guys up if you need it. Feet are about hip width apart, shoulder width apart. Knees are unlocked. We're not squatting. We have engagement in our lats, our squeezing, our biceps. Hands are on our thighs. We push our hips back to engage this movement. Knees. Again, with the chin, little tip. Again, we always hear this. The reason why we talk about chin is because if I'm in an RDL and I go like this, I automatically put more curve in my lumbar spot and my lower back. So that's why we tuck the chin and just keep it there. Now this is going to be the biggest mistake people make, and I've just seen it happen in about 50% of the room. You're going too far down past your range of motion. Okay? Now I want you guys to watch this super closely. I want you to watch my hips, and I'm gonna do this at a couple angles in my lower backs. And I want the room to yell stop for me when this happens. So I'm gonna be in my RDL, and I'm gonna engage the movement with my hips, and the moment my hips stop moving, okay, the moment you see them stop traveling backwards, I want you to yell stop. And I want you to watch my hips right here. 3, 2, 1. Tell me when to stop when you see my hips stop traveling. That was it? Damn. Okay, one more time. Here we go, for real. For real. Okay, I mean, for real. Right, some of y'all down here. You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all down there. I don't know what you're doing down there. Alright? One more time. Alright, give me a little bit of grace. Give me a little bit of leeway. Let me get to my damn knees, alright? Come on. Alright, there we go. I know I can get to my knees. Alright, slow motion. Right, there we go. Yeah, for real. Start stretching, you know. For real, alright. So right at my knees, okay? Now, I want you to look at my hips. Okay, because I'm here, okay, I'm at the end of my RDL, I feel this all in my hamstrings. Like they're loaded, and they're loaded to their max. They're not stretching no more, they're not engaging no more, I'm not able to load them no more. So the biggest mistake people make is, I'm here at where I need to be, my hamstrings are lit up, my back feels fine, but I need to get down there. So watch my lower back now. Take your eyes off my hips and watch my lower back. Now what moved? My lower back, right? Now my lower back. Now what do I need to get back to where I need to be? Now what's working now? Now my lower back is working to get me back here to where my hamstrings can turn back on to finish the movement. So I turn them off, and it should turn on the back, and then they can't turn back on until I get back to that spot. Okay, so we're literally learning our range of motion. That's where people go wrong the most, is they think they gotta get down here. And this is a great way to train your lumbar spine. Okay, if you're an Olympic weightlifter, okay, which I don't think any of you guys are, it's okay to train your lumbar spine, but this could be the biggest thing that people do wrong, is they don't know their range of motion. So partner up.